is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV Radio.
Hello everybody. It's March 24th here, and obviously I'm in Manila. You normally would see me in LA, which is my home base, but I'm traveling to the Philippines for the next, I would say, a couple of days. So I'm doing my show as I think I did it a couple of months ago too. Last year I was here, and what you're seeing is my mom's home, her beautiful home. Anyways, if you are tuning in from the Pacific, it is 9:08 p.m. So good evening to everybody, magandang gabi. And if you're like me in Manila, watching us in Manila, it is, I believe, 12:08 as well, but on a Saturday. Of course, in the States, we're one day delayed, so it's Friday night there. It's lunchtime here in the Philippines. So like what I said, if you're watching us in the Philippines, I hope you are having a wonderful lunch with your loved ones, your family, and can't wait for you guys to hear this wonderful guest that we have. It's exciting to be honest, and we're gonna know more about her. Also, we're simultaneously broadcasting live on Facebook page of PHLV Radio. Simultaneously, we're broadcasting live as well, or airing live on PHLV Radio YouTube channel. So if you are not a subscriber yet, what are you waiting for? All you have to do is like, share, and subscribe, so you won't miss any of our shows or any live coverage for that matter. And a lot of people said, what if we miss portion of the shows or we want to replay some of the shows? That is no problem at all. That's why we're asking you to you guys be a subscriber of PHLB Radio Facebook page, because there's already a playlist on all the shows that we have here on PHL Radio. Or you could also go to our website, which is www.phlbradio.com. Now, people who are tuning in using Alexa, all you have to do is say, Alexa, play PHLB Radio. And if you are part of that Amazon Fire TV, all you have to do is look for the PHLB Radio channel. And one thing too, if you are streaming audio, we are live as well on audio in different podcasts, namely Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. So for everybody who's going to be watching, especially our team replay, happy viewing to all of you. So it's good morning, good afternoon, good evening, regardless of where you are in parts of the world. And I am pretty sure you're going to have fun with our show today. And let me put it this way. Her background is so amazingly, and if I read all of them, so it's going to take the whole show. She is well accomplished for her young age. She is a singer, a musician. She plays some musical instruments. And to my understanding, she's a dancer too. And she's very, very young, very beautiful. And I think this is an opportune time for everybody to get to know her, because I kind of predicted that she's going to be going places. And it's great that she said yes. And of course, there's an upcoming show that she is part of and that we're going to promote later. We're going to mention that later in the show. But without much further ado, let me introduce you, the very young, the very beautiful, the very multifaceted, talented, and all that, MELANIE Jimenez. Hi, MELANIE.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
First up, MELANIE, you could say hi to our audience, to our viewers, and to our listeners.
Yes. Hello, everyone at PHLV. I'm MELANIE Jimenez. I'm 19 years old. I'm the guest for today. I hope you guys have a really fun time with me. Yes.
Okay, MELANIE, I know you are doing the show in your mom's home or in your home, and it's in San Diego. Were you born and raised in San Diego?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Now, explain to us, how was your childhood like?
Well, growing up, I had a very, very loud household. My Lolo and Lola came over from the Philippines when I was 4 years old, and they've been helping take care of me ever since. But because of that, the house has never been quiet, and I've just sort of gotten used to having people around me at all times. So it was very supportive growing up.
Really? And then, of course, you only have one younger brother, and he's MJ, right?
Yes.
So how old is the difference? How many years are you guys separated?
He's 2 years younger than me.
Okay, so he's, I would say, 17?
He's 17, about right 17.
Yeah, well, let me do this first. So let me show some pictures first. And this is all surprise to her. I told her, I promise it's not going to be scandalous. Because there's nothing. This young lady, Melanie, is very squeaky clean. Okay, talk about this. What this picture? It looks like it's Moana. So tell us the story behind this picture.
Yes, so San Diego Junior Theater down here in San Diego has a lot of productions that they do from Disney. So this was one of the first live action productions of Moana Junior, and I was chosen by the casting directors and the late Francine Maige, who's a legend here in San Diego, to perform as Moana. So I'm very thankful, very blessed, and it was a great experience.
Okay, let's show 2 more pictures, yo.
Oh, gosh.
And this one is?
This was Pippin at my high school. It was my very first production in high school, and it was very different from the other productions I had been doing in middle school and elementary school. Very risque, I would say, but for a freshman going into high school, that was a big surprise, but also a really great challenge.
No, for the Pippin production, you didn't play Pippin, though.
No, I played...
Pippin, the one I watch at least, but nowadays you cannot tell, because Pippin is supposed to be a boy. And then, of course, with nowadays, you can never tell. People are doing scenes that, like, for example, Leia did Les Miserables. And of course, she's the first Asian who did that. So, things are it's not surprising anymore. And I think one more picture, yo. And before we go to some surprises for her. Now, what is this all about? This young lady.
Yes, so I have been in bands since since 2014, so probably when I was 12 or 13. This is my most recent band, Solid Jam. We're unfortunately not as active as we used to be because we're all around the age of college. Our youngest, the one who's in the most bright red there, he's still in high school, but it's hard for us to practice and get together now, but I still consider them a big part of my identity.
Later, we're going to tell them where they could follow you, the social media, because when I was researching on you, I really enjoyed some of your performances with your band. I don't know, my God, they're all young, but you sound so great. I said, amazing. I mean, maybe, I like what you said, people get busy, and of course, we have our own different directions to go to and accomplish. But for what you have posted on your social media, it's really very interesting to listen to and to watch as well. Okay, now since we're talking about you being from San Diego, born and raised, let me touch a little bit of your family. So it seems like you have a very small family with one brother. So let's talk about your mom and dad.
Oh, I hope they're watching this right now.
So, how's Joey as a dad?
He is very silly.
Really?
Yes, he's the type of person who doesn't take most things seriously. He's just, very loving all around, and he's the fun type of dad, But when things need to be taken seriously, he does.
Really? So who is the discipline? No, okay, your dad is the Joker, maybe. She has a mom. Be nice, they're upstairs.
Yes. She's the anchor for the whole family, I'd say. When things need to get done, she's the one who makes sure they get done. And yeah, she's the rock, the solid foundation.
Right. Yo, let's put them again. Because I have something. Let's put the first picture earlier. Okay, or either way. Okay, if you are allowed to give a message to mom first, what would it be?
Oh, really putting me on the spot here. Mom, I hope you're watching this right now, by the way. But thank you for everything you've done. You have been one of my biggest inspirations for anything, really, and you've been such a great mom, and I hope that one day when I have kids, I can be as supportive towards them as you have been towards me. Yeah.
Wow. That's Do I
hear crying up there?
What about your message to your dad? Yo, let's put the pictures again, please.
What should I say to my dad? Thank you for always knowing how to cheer me up and make me laugh. You and Mom are both very supportive in very different ways, but I feel like you, Dad, your way of making sure I feel loved is just making sure I always have a smile on my face, and I'm really thankful for that. Yeah.
Wow. Now, between your dad and your mom, who's the good cop, the bad cop, or they're both good cops? You know how especially with the Filipino-American household, they always play this role. As if we kids, we don't know that. They do play roles.
Well, I'd say my dad is more of the good cop, but since he's, usually the happy-go-lucky guy, when he gets angry, it's kind of scary because it doesn't happen very often, and it usually comes out of nowhere, like the snap that just happens. But I'd say usually my mom's the bad cop.
Uh-oh, I know they're watching for sure.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry.
Now let's show her only younger brother, MJ. Let's show the picture. Well, this one is a surprise. I was trying. Oh, this is the whole family. Yeah. But look at that. This is so young. Because I cannot find a family picture with, you see, you're so young. Like 2016. That's the only picture I have of you and MJ. So how is MJ like? Is he a brat? A spoiled brat?
He has mild, moderate autism. So it's difficult to sort of get him into a family photo. That's probably why we don't have many of him. But I'd call him a spoiled brat. I love him, but he knows how to get his way with the things that he wants.
So are you a spoiler as an older sister? Do you spoil him?
Not really. I don't think
Not
so.
Really.
We're really close in age, but I think the two of us were sort of spoiled by our grandparents in the same way. Yeah.
Now, if you have a message for MJ, what message would you tell him?
Please stop being so loud. I love you. But I'm trying to get stuff done, and you are being too loud outside my room. But in all honesty, MJ, he's definitely not watching this, but everything that I do is for you, and Mom and Dad and I love you very much, and we wish the best for you.
Oh my God, your statement gives me goosebumps. I hope a lot of people who are watching, that's what family is about. I could feel and I could sense the love among the four of you. It's amazing. Now, since we're kind of on the lighter side, so what we're going to do is we're going to break. A lot of my audience, before we go though, let me go. Oh, Adele Ordinarius watching said, good evening, everyone. Adele is in Long Beach, California. Said, hi, Kuya Josh, Kuya Johan, and of course to Melanie. And then she's being silly. So anybody who would like a shout outs, please do put, if you have any questions for Melanie, we'll read it on air. At the same time, we'll do a shout out for you. Oh, Daisy Umali. Hi, Daisy. Daisy Umali's watching. Happy viewing, Daisy. Daisy is really one of our supporters. And of course, Daisy is the lovely mom of Christine. Happy viewing to you, Daisy. Now, okay, before anything else, a lot of people, I have 3 phones going on. One is for private messages. So they like to hear that your singing voice. I said, well, there's a couple of songs that Melanie prepared for us today. So before I give you the floor, you tell us why this particular song, is any significance of this song, any meaning, and why among the many songs that you could sing, why did you select this song? So go ahead, ladies and gentlemen, without much further ado, I'm giving you Melanie Jimenez.
Okay, so the song that I chose this time around is Arogabi by Regine Velasquez. Regine is very, very special to me. I grew up listening to her songs, and this one is one of my mom's most favorite songs of all time. And she always asks me to sing it, and the lyrics are very, very special to me. So I hope you guys enjoy this.
Okay, so everybody, Arogabi, covered by Melanie Jimenez.
Awitin para sa'yo, para akong
expression, what your interpretation. I know Regine Velasquez would be so proud for you if he hears this. Now, I have a question, and this is really fascinating when I was doing my research. Your Tagalog rendition, or when you sing Tagalog, there's no twang. How was that all about? How did that become? Like you're singing like a natural Filipino-born singer. Because normally, if it's a Phil-Am, born and raised here, normally I would hear a twang. You're Filipino, like when you sing Filipino, no twang at all. How were you able to do that? Is that something you studied, or because I know you are a dramatic, your theater student, so theater art student. So walk me through that process. You don't have a twang.
I think it's a combination of two different things. One is that my grandparents, my lolo and lola, they always spoke to me in Tagalog, and I would respond usually in English. So just hearing the language all the time, I think, and constantly being exposed to it sort of gave me the vocabulary for the different sounds. But also, I just really love learning languages in general. I like singing songs in different languages just for the challenge, and I think that has also given me the ear for finding different tonal qualities and sort of molding my mouth to those shapes.
Well, this is so amazing, Melanie, because when I said, okay, she's going to be singing Tagalog song, okay, here we goes a twang. And of course, I listened to some of your Facebook page and your postings, and ladies and gentlemen, she can sing Ages too. And to hear her Ages version, you would not even suspect she's a Phil-Am. It's a compliment. Now, before anything else, a lot of people are giving you hearts. And then, of course, Lina Sugalan, Montalana Absidi is watching us from the Philippines, from Quezon City. And then Adele Ordinario is like now an instant fan. She said, beautiful voice you got, Melanie. Absolutely. And then giving you hearts. And then, of course, Carlos Mangonon is watching. He said, hello, Melanie and Josh. Carlos, we were talking about, he's the producer of a Broadway Night to Remember Returns. And we'll flash it out later, because that's one of the shows that Melanie is involved. And it's going to be sometime next month. It's April. Yeah, there we go. There's the poster, and there's that pretty Melanie right there in between Camila and as well as Christine, who happened to be our guest last 2 weeks ago. So we'll talk about more about that later and where to get the tickets and all that. But it is happening soon, and it's gonna be. When is it gonna be happening, Melanie?
April 8th.
And where is it gonna be?
It's going to be at the Grand Ritz Theater in Escondido, California.
That's right. So if you have friends, family, or yourself, it's around the area of Escondido, tell them about this wonderful show. And of course, it's a night of Broadway music. You cannot go better than that. So anyway, we'll post it later, and then we kind of tell them where to buy the tickets, if there's more tickets to buy. And of course, you could always call the theater themselves. And I know there's some tickets still up for grabs. So Melanie, this is some of the questions. So right now you are a college student, you're a sophomore, and you go to University of California, San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
That's a beautiful campus.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I love that campus. Okay, now, your major is theater arts,
mm-hmm.
right? So
yes.
Why of all the majors, why that? Is that something you always wanted? You want to be a theater actress?
I think the short answer is yes, but the long answer is I didn't really know until I started getting serious with theater in around high school.
Uh-huh.
I had always been involved in theater productions when I was in elementary school and middle school, but it was sort of just after school programs. And then when I got into high school, everyone around me wanted to make theater their career, and I realized that that's also what I wanted to do with my life. And being surrounded by so much passion for the theater arts, I think stoked my passion as well. And that's when I decided I'm going to major in this. And that's what I wanted to do.
Now, as far as your gift of voice, who did you inherit it with? Is it from mom or from dad or from Lola or Lola? Because you really sound really, really, really amazingly wonderful. I'm getting a PM on my other phone because I have 3 phones going. And they say, she is really, really, she has really the gift of voice. And it's really such a good comment. Everybody say, oh, wonderful. Is she having a show? I said, yes, she's having a show. So while you were singing, I was texting everybody. Said, just watch the show. There's a lot of information you're gonna dish out about her. So is this something that is innately in you, or did you go to formal training? When did you start singing?
Well, to answer your first question, none of my parents or grandparents sing, so we don't really know where I got it from. But my mom actually said that when I came out of the womb, I was singing. Even the doctor who was there said, wow, she's got lungs on her. So I think it was just something I was born with. My mom says it's a God-given talent because no one in our family is really musical. But I started taking voice lessons when I was 7 years old alongside piano lessons. And ever since then, I've just been training my voice. So it's been a long time in the making.
Well, I will echo that. It has to be God's gift. Mm-hmm. Because if none of your family can sing or can sing as good as you can, that has to be a special gift from above. Mm-hmm. And the good thing is you're really sounding, I would not say better, because all the performances I've seen, they're amazing. Even when your younger performances, it's amazing. So kudos to your parents. And it seems like you are such a nice and prim and proper kind of young lady. So, of course, they said the fruit does not fall away from the tree. So even though I don't know yet your mom and dad, and I know I'll meet them during the concert at the Broadway concert, I can't wait to shake their hands and congratulate them for raising such a fine, young, good-looking, talented young lady. So that's my take on that one. Now,
we'll be happy to hear that.
Now, who do you look like? Do you look like your mom or your dad?
Oh, it's a running joke in my family that I say I look like my dad, but my mom thinks I'm her twin. So just to make my mom mad, I'm going to say I look like my dad.
Well, if unsolicited opinion, I think you're half. There's part of you, it's like dad, but the looks like it's like mom. So make them more happy. Okay, now we going to that portion for your next song, because we're going from easy to medium. Now we're going to go harder the questions. So I'm giving you the floor again. You tell them, don't get nervous. This is so much fun. So what is the next song you're going to perform? Why this particular song? What was the inspiration behind that? And why choose this song?
Yes. Okay, so I have decided for this next song that I will be playing my guitar. It's right here next to me on the floor. I'll go and get it in a second. But this is Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran. It's one of the first...
I love this song.
Yeah, it's a great song. It's one of the first songs I ever learned on guitar, actually. And though I've improved my guitar skills a little bit since then, it's still one of my most favorite things to play. So,
okay, here we go. Melanie, right now, for those who are just tuning in through audio, she's picking up her beautiful guitar and she's gonna perform live. Okay, go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, the young, talented, and multifaceted Melanie Jimenez.
When your legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of your feet, will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheeks? And darling, I will be loving you till touch of a hand. Oh, me, I fall in love with you every single day, and I just wanna tell you I am. So honey, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Place your hand on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud, baby, we found love right where we are. When my hands are gone and my memory fades, when the crowds don't remember my name, when my hands don't play the strings the same way, nah, I know you will still love me the same. 'Cause honey, your soul can never grow old, it's evergreen. And baby, your smile's forever in my mind and memory. And I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe it's all part of a plan. I'll just keep on making the same mistakes, hoping that you'll understand that, baby, now take me into your loving arms and kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Oh, darling, place your hand on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud, maybe we found love right where we are. Maybe we found love right where we are. And we found love right where we are.
Wow, Melanie. Here we go. Okay, more people are just amazingly amazed about you. Lina from Quezon City said, Lina said, hello po, good day to both of you. And then Rose Rodriguez, hello, proud auntie here. This is Auntie Rose Rodriguez. Go, Mel. And then, okay, people give you thumbs up, more hearts. And then Adele mentioned, I got a lot of good singer friends, and I like your voice too, Melanie.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, now Melanie, what's your dream as far as your performance as being an artist? Of course, everybody, we have dreams. What's your, I would not say ultimate because you're so young. What would be your, I would say, immediate dream? Like, given a chance, what would you want to accomplish?
Well, one of my biggest dreams, or at least in a Broadway musical, yeah.
And you know that's not impossible. You have what it takes, and what's going wonderful with you is the youth, and you're not to mention the beautiful talent, but now, and we were talking offline earlier. I think I could see you doing Miss Saigon. I think I could really see you doing Kim. Really, really easy doing Kim, and we'll pray for that. And I know there'll be some auditions because they always do that. It's always a revival. I think it's time for Saigon, Miss Saigon, because I know some friends are already doing the international tour, and some of them they audition in the Philippines, and now they're doing, I think, either Australia or New Zealand, Miss Saigon. So, how about recording? Are you planning to record eventually? Because now, just hearing some of my good friends listening and tuning in, is that something in the pipeline?
You know, it is I would say that's one of my more immediate goals. I do a lot of writing. It's one of my most favorite hobbies. I try to write in a journal every single day and write part of a song, and I have my guitar, and so I sometimes figure out some chords that go along with the melody. So I want to hopefully write and produce my own song and release it, even if it's not for, something big. It's just something that I post on YouTube or share with friends. It's something that I want to do, though.
Well, the good thing about now with technology, unlike in the olden days, you have to be either an artist of a major record company to be able to do that. That has changed because of technology. The online, you could even have your own channel and doing that. And the good thing is now we have the Spotify platform and all that you could do that. Yeah, go do it, pursue it. What's stopping you from doing that?
Well, I was actually trying to record myself singing a few days ago, but the fire alarm in my room keeps going off because it doesn't have a battery. So that's one of the things that I need to fix. But other than that, it's just, I think there's something in myself that's not letting me do it. And I just need to get that. I think it's like, I don't know, maybe a little irrational fear of mine, but I just need to get over it and then start releasing stuff.
Well, a good friend just texted me and said she could even run for a beauty queen. Is that something you're thinking of? Because she said she's very Filipina, she's very articulate, she has what it takes to be a Miss something. Is that something that you or your mother consider to let you join some beauty contest locally, maybe in San Diego?
I actually do have a couple titles under my belt. I have Little Miss Philippines Universe 2011, I believe. That was in LA at the LA Convention Center. And then the other one I believe is Miss Teen San Diego, Miss Teen Philippines California, I think. But yeah. My mom always says that it's a shame I wasn't at least 5'7", because then she could put me in Miss Universe.
Well, the height now is no longer a requirement for Miss Universe Philippines.
Oh, I know, but I'm 5'2". I think that's stretching it a little bit.
Still, because now they just wear the high heels. Because everybody's saying she's so pretty.
Thank you, everyone.
Well, question. Okay, now that people are giving you so much compliment, not only on your talent but on the looks. How do you handle that when somebody, a fan, a stranger would say you are such a pretty young lady? How do you handle that?
Well, of course I think everyone enjoys being complimented a little, but at the same time, it's what people are seeing is what's just on the outside. And a lot of times when I go out in public, I put makeup on, I dress up nicely, I do my hair and have jewelry and stuff. So what they're seeing isn't really me, it's a made-up version of me. And of course I like looking good in front of other people, but when I'm at home, I don't think they'll be necessarily saying the same thing about how I look.
Well, they're commenting on how you look now, today, this interview. And they're giving, if only I could read some of them. You guys put it on the shout out or chat box because they're PMing me. I'm gonna get in trouble because somebody asked. A son of a good friend from LA said, "Is she available?" It's so weird. We'll talk about her Facebook page. Maybe you could follow. You could ask yourself, because I don't want to be in trouble with Pam or Joey when I see them on the show. They would say, "Oh my God!" So I'm not gonna ask that. That's something that because she's only 19. I'm not gonna ask that. That you could just PM her once we give her her social contact information later. But a lot of them are commenting, not only you are oozing with talent, but you are very, very pretty. They say you're very Filipina. Wow, that's such a compliment. They said she should join beauty contest, nationally beauty contest. So I said, okay, I'm going to say it. I'm going to let you know. Such a compliment. And then she said, yeah, audition here in Los Angeles for the beauty pageant. I'll hook you up with the producer friends. Adele was saying that. Okay, Adele. She's just okay. What what are your insecurities? Do you have one?
Biggest insecurities. I'd say, I'd say it's probably about my body, because I am sort of short, and I used to be a dancer, so I have like these really specific, hyper specific like fixations about my body and how I should look. So my appearance, I'd say.
Well, don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. And when you say you're 5'2", that's average for Filipinas.
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays, height is really not an issue anymore because of what they could do, high heels and all that. I think what fascinates me about you is it shows the beauty from inside radiating to outside. Because normally I've seen artists or people that I interviewed, they're very pretty, but you could tell something, they're not as glowing inside. Because they said if you're happy inside, it shows on your face. And I'm kind of good in sensing that you're a very happy young lady. Well adjusted, I will put it myself. Well, very well adjusted. And kudos to your mom and dad, and of course to your brother as well. Because it seems like it's a happy household.
Yeah.
Full of laughters and stuff. Okay, now we talk about your insecurities. What do you fear about? What's your fears?
Biggest fear. Well, I'm not the strongest swimmer. I can't really swim that well yet. So, open water and heights. I'm terrible with heights.
Really? Open water? I can't do the deep diving. I cannot do that. I feel like somebody's gonna pull my legs or my feet down and carry me down. Heights, I'm okay. I'm okay with heights. Okay, since you have fear of water, is there any experience why you felt that way? Was there any incident that happened in your life, in your young life, that made you just kind of scared about it?
Well, I don't remember it, but my mom says that one time when I was probably around 2 years old, I fell in a swimming pool. So I think that probably started it. But I never really learned how to swim properly growing up. So I think it's just that fear of not knowing what to do and drowning.
How fun. What do you do? I mean, I know you write music, or you're contemplative writing music. You're a musician, you play some instruments. I know you do the guitar and you do keyboards. And then, is there any other musical instrument that you play? Aside from
I play the bass guitar as well, and I bought myself a ukulele, but I don't really play it as much as I play my guitar. But I do have some basic knowledge on that instrument as well. Yeah.
Okay, so that being said, so among the musical instrument that you play, which one is your favorite?
I'd say I'm probably most comfortable playing my guitar, even though I've been playing piano longer.
So when you play piano, are you more of an expert now? Do you do the Mozart, Beethoven?
Not really. I learned piano mostly to accompany myself, singing as well. So like with my guitar. So most of the songs that I play are like Disney songs, some Broadway songs, and like some pop songs as well, just to, yeah.
Well, so I can't wait to hear you guys, to see you on a Broadway night to remember return. Okay, you have more people. Oh my God, I have people to the yin yang on my PM. You guys put it on chat book. Ooh, there's so many people, especially the young boys, young teenagers. They're all fan of yours. Instant fan. Okay. Daisy Umali said she's beautiful inside out. Very
Thank
fine.
you, Tita.
And I could really tell. I could really sense that, Daisy. And then Diogenes Kahilig Ricarte. Wow, yan ang beauty. Thanks for featuring her, Kuya Josh. Rex Ricarte here. Oh, Rex, how are you? Wow. Rex is one of our content creator as well as host for PHLV Radio. Wow, okay. And they said, Yahoo Adele, Vegas is waiting for you. Oh my God. So when people wants to get you, So do they just contact you, or you have, or mom gets involved, or do you have already a manager locally?
Well, my mom is, as I like to call her, my momager. So she's the one who manages my stuff for me.
Good. So we'll get them involved because it seems like Vegas is kind of excited to have you. And see, this is the good thing about technology, and I was telling you earlier. In the older days, you have to be either associated with a record label to be able to get the exposure. But now with PHLV radio and other vehicles, other channels, other venues, then people get to know you, because people like you who has who have this gift of voice should not be kept a secret. I mean, people need to know, the world needs to know about it. And I know you'll, like what I said earlier, I know you're going to go places. So we talk about your fears. We talk about your dreams. What makes Melanie cry? What makes you cry, Melanie?
Good question. I don't really know, actually. I do know how to, a skill that I picked up in my years of acting is I can cry usually on command, but I'm not really an emotional person when it comes to like movies or books. So, when was the last time I cried? Oh, no, I do know. It was on our way back home from the Philippines. I just took a trip to the Philippines and we came back at the end of December. And on the way back, we were taking my aunt here. But my parents had gone on a previous flight, and I was alone by myself with my aunt, who was traveling through customs for the first time. And I'm 19. I've never really traveled internationally, let alone with somebody else. And so I remember we got stopped multiple times, and towards the end, I was so tired, and I broke down there in the airport in front of one of the officers at one of the desks, and she took pity on me and she walked me through the process. So I'm thankful for her, but it was very, very stressful.
Well, that is quite an experience. Okay, Rex McCarthy, this is what he said. Melanie, Rex McCarthy here. We're waiting for you in Vegas. Better hurry. Well, Rex, definitely she's open for performances. We'll give you some contact number if you're interested in having her in Vegas for some shows. And it's just talking to Mom Niger. Okay, now you talk about the, of course, it's easy for you to cry. When you do that as an artist, okay, what's your trigger points? Because I know some people that I talk to and interview them on the show, they say their trigger point really is they think of sad times, or they need to play a sad music, a poignant music for them to elicit that tears. What about you? What's your style? What's your secret?
I don't really know how to explain it, because for me, when I'm acting, it's not necessarily that I'm pulling on or I'm thinking of a memory of something that happened to me. It's more so I think it also comes down to me being a dancer as well, but there are sort of states of being that I can shift into as an actor. And so when I'm sad and going to cry, there's this sort of pulled back state that happens. And once I'm in that state emotionally and physically, the tears start pouring.
Wow. Can't wait. I can't wait. So when you do, because Leia Salonga mentioned before, that's why she doesn't believe in high notes. She believes in, and this is what she tells people all the time if she's being asked, a sign of a good singer is if you could tell a good story when you sing. Singing is telling a story. Because like, especially in the Filipinos, in the community, they think that if you could do birit, like the high notes, that you're a good singer. And then, of course, Leia said, she debunked that and said, no, a good singer is really a good storyteller. If you could tell the story through your singing, that is really the essence, and that's really what makes a good singer. So is that something that you believe in?
Yes, definitely. I mean, of course, high notes are very impressive, and not many
Yes.
people can do them. But for me, I think knowing your lyrics and knowing the meaning of the lyrics, you can make someone cry with the easiest song in the world, and but you can't make them cry with your high notes. You know what I mean? Like, you can touch someone emotionally with an easy song with beautiful lyrics if you convey it properly. But if you just sing a difficult song, people are impressed, but it doesn't stick with them emotionally. You don't touch their hearts.
Right. It's like a 15-minute of fame, but you touch them pure singing. Rex, you are more than welcome. I'm humbled with his comments. Thanks, Kuya Josh, for airing my thoughts. Well appreciated. Yoo-hoo. Rex Ricarte here. More power. Alam ko na. Because remember I told you my show is alam mo ba. Now she's saying alam ko na because Rex, thank you, really. It's an honor to be able to read your comments, and because Rex is one of the pioneers in the broadcast industry, and of course now he seems like he's a fan of yours, Mel. Now on the influences, who are your influences when it comes to your singing?
Well, there are quite a few. Of course, Regine Velasquez, since
I was going to say that.
Earlier.
It has to be Regine Velasquez.
I performed at one of her concerts when she was here in Southern California. I think it was her silver concert.
Okay.
And,
oh, yeah, that's a beautiful concert.
Yeah. I can remember screaming when I performed, when I front acted for her, and then going into the audience and seeing her live when I had just been seeing YouTube videos of her my whole life was like an emotional experience. But Regine Velasquez, Lea Salonga, of course, of Miss Saigon, and Angeline Quinto, who's I sing a lot of her songs, and then Whitney Houston. Yes, so
that's just an impressive roster of influences. Yeah. Now, so did you meet Regine backstage and had pictures with her?
Yes. I only got one quick picture with her because she was so busy, and of course she's so supremely famous, and I was just a little, I think I was like 12 years old at the time, so I just got one quick picture. I said, thank you so much, I love your music, and then she went backstage.
Yeah, that's really nice in person if you get to meet her. And I know she's doing another series of concert with Chan, but I don't think it's in LA or Las Vegas. Rex Ricarte said, Rex here. Thanks, Melanie. Another Filipina cream of the crop. Superb. Wow.
Thank you.
And Adele said, wow, great singer. Wow. See, you're getting all these superlative adjective for you, Melanie, and you only have done 2 songs. You guys try to watch her on the show. And then, of course, your producer for a Broadway Night to Remember returns said, have her sing Miss Saigon. So I'm not gonna force it on you. I'm just reading what your producer had said. I can't wait to see you on stage doing Miss Saigon. Seriously, because I remember when I first saw you earlier, I said I could see you as Kim. I really could. And especially the innocence look and being so young, so youthful. I think that's the thing, and it was just perfect. I can't wait for them to do a revival and for you to audition.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, now you have your influences. Now we know your fears. We know your dreams, and then we know that you're not such a crybaby. That you're not as emotional. Okay, and when you wake up in the morning, what do you do?
Well, I am a morning bird, so I tend to wake up really early. And I usually stay in bed for probably about an hour if I have nothing to do. And just check my emails, check my social medias, and read, actually. That's what I really like to do in the mornings. It's just sort of like waking my body up, waking my brain up to do stuff. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're getting to the next part. So I'm going to give you the floor again as an interval for your next performance. Because it's so weird. I was talking to you and people are interested in what we're talking about. And they say, is she going to, and the people are texting me, is she going to sing more songs? You guys, I mean, Bella is being generous with her time and with her talent. But please do watch a Broadway night to remember returns, because she's going to be doing more songs there, and you're going to see her really interpret all those songs. Because right now, I'm very, very surprised and impressed. She's doing all her singing sitting down. And that's tough. The diaphragm and all those things, it's really tough. But imagine if you see her on stage all dolled up and into character. That will be a sight to see. What are you laughing about? Like, you're too embarrassed?
A little.
So without much further ado, as you guys are requesting me incessantly and I wish I could show you my PM page, my private message page. It's like I can't even catch up on the chat on that side. So without much further ado, ladies and gentlemen, another performance to behold from none other than MELANIE Jimenez.
Do you have a preference on which song?
Hi, Pam.
She's joined me.
Hi, Pamela. Can't wait to see you in person as well.
She says hi. Okay. I will do. What do you think about another Regine? This is okay. So I'll do Ikaw by Regine.
Wow.
This is one of the first Tagalog songs I ever learned. Like I said, I love Regine. My family loves Regine. And actually, this song is very near and dear to my heart because this was my winning song for Tawag ng Tanghalan USA 2013, I believe. So it means a lot to me. So I hope everyone enjoys this.
Happy viewing, Sunny Francisco, watching from Quezon City, as well as Alexander Francisco. Hey, go ahead. It's showtime with MELANIE Jimenez.
Oh.
Connected to spoiled brat.
That's a beautiful thing about being live.
Yes. There we go.
Sa akin, the sun
Amazing! Amazing! Bravo! Grabe! It's amazing. At 10 p.m., 10 p.m. San Diego time, and you're belting it out. And then, of course, people are giving you more hearts. It's amazing. It's my stream is flooding with hearts. And then, happy viewing to Josephine Castillo. Of course, Rex Ricardo said, "Yan ang beauty." So, if they're not only moved by your amazing talent, they always moved also by your beauty.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for featuring her, Kuya Josh. Wow, amazing. And then we have Adele said, "Galing, clap, clap, clap." And then, of course, Rex said, "Wow, I'm so excited. Baka mahulog na naman ako sa swivel chair ko while watching and listening to a live broadcast of Kuya Josh and Melanie's performance. Aray, di na naman ako makatulog ng maayos." This is from Rex Ricardo. I mean, I think we should really consider doing a show in Las Vegas. I think it's pretty guaranteed you're going to be a big hit. Now, then another person PM me, where is she hiding? Saan ka daw nagtatago all these years? Answer that na, Lodi. I was going to say, well, she's hiding in UC San Diego. So where are you hiding? Why are people not knowing all this beautiful talent of yours?
Well, I wouldn't say I've been hiding. I've been performing in the San Diego, Southern California area since I was about 7 years old. I think it's just maybe I haven't been putting myself in the right places enough, maybe.
Yeah. Well, at least now you're being exposed to the world.
Yeah. So thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, but that's the beautiful thing about with the new advent of technology. We could be in different places, and now the whole can hear and see you. And then, of course, our producer friends and people who will be watching the replay of these shows. Melanie is open. Of course, you have to go through Mom because Mom is the manager. Her name is Pamela, and we'll be talking about that. I think this will be the perfect time. So if people who would like to follow you, Melanie, on social media, how are they gonna follow you? What are your social media? Okay, you could follow her, but please do not stalk her. Go ahead. Let's start with Facebook.
Yes, so my Facebook is run by my mom, and it's not very active, but it's at Melanie J. Jimenez 03.
Yeah, and let me just tell you, yes, you are not very active on Facebook because I was giving you all the messages, and I told Carlos, is she reading her Facebook? He said, "Oh, better contact Pamela," and Pamela might be the one holding her Facebook page, and she's very, very busy maybe. So that's why I said, okay, let me find her. Okay, so we have Facebook page that you are not so active. It's Melanie J. Jimenez. And then what about your Instagram? Do you have one?
Yes, my Instagram is more active. That's the one I post on personally. It's at APXTHREE, at APX3.
Say that slowly, because when I was looking for your Instagram, I cannot find, there's a gazillion of Melanie Jimenez, and I'm afraid to tag them because they're not tagging you. So your Instagram is what again? Sorry, at?
APXTHREE, at APX3.
Okay, so those who want to follow, she's very active on, well, as not as dormant when it comes to Facebook, but she is definitely on Instagram. How about TikTok? Are you into TikTok?
I do have a TikTok, but I don't post on it either, really. Yeah. I do want to start getting more involved in it, but I have an older phone, so I don't have a lot of space on it. But it's also at APX3.
Oh my God, I'm getting more goosebumps here. Rex Ricardo said, "We'll back you up, Melanie J, with Kuya Josh, Kuya Yo, and Kuya Rex over PHLV Radio Vegas always." Rex Ricardo we are turning to be instant fan of yours. Now,
Thank you, everyone.
So, but YouTube, people are texting me. What about YouTube? What about YouTube?
Yes, it's youtube.com/@Melanie Jimenez.
Okay.
Very simple.
And then,
Actually, YouTube is more of a, how should I say, a time capsule of my past performances.
yes,
but
I was
like
going to say that.
yes, like I said before, when I do start producing more music, I do want to post on my YouTube channel because I do like video editing as well, and I think that would be fun to like sort of, you know, video myself and post that on YouTube. But it's all in due time. That'll be soon.
Yeah, in all God's perfect time. See, Adele said, I'll hire her when I become a producer. Let's do it, Adele. Let's talk about it on the side. She will be perfect in a Broadway kind of deal. And then the good thing is her genre. Oh, talk about genre. Which of the genre are you most comfortable with?
Oh, that's a difficult question. Cause like you said, I do a lot of different things. I have the Broadway, I do pop, there's like the Tagalog beat it sort of loud belting songs. And you mentioned ages too, so I can sort of do that rock style. But I think my most comfortable ones are the power ballads, Whitney, Regine, Celine, Dion, and then Broadway. Those are my two favorites and go-tos.
No, all singers, for some reason, I know they have a ritual before they go up on stage. Do you have one?
Not really, because I'm very superstitious. So I feel like if I get into a habit and then something goes wrong and that ritual doesn't go the way I planned, then everything's gonna go wrong, you know. But I do drink water right before I go on stage, and maybe like 15 or 20 minutes before I start singing, I put a cough drop in my mouth. So that's
And then do you vocalize every day?
not every day, but right before I sing and right after I sing. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, so we know a lot of you now. What are the 3 things you could share with us that people might not know about Melanie Jimenez?
3 special things.
That you could share with us.
Yes. I really like sewing. I want to get better at it, but I really like sewing and crocheting and knitting and that sort of like fashion side of things. And it's one of my biggest goals to like make a ball gown for myself and maybe even make my wedding dress one day.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's one. You enjoy sewing. Okay.
And I guess sort of in the same area, I also really like visual arts, so painting, drawing, things like that. When I went to high school, my laptop, the one I'm using right now, had a case on it, and I painted that case, and I also painted my water bottle to match. So whenever I took those 2 around, everyone would know, oh, that's Melanie's things. So, yeah.
So that's very Heart Evangelista. You know, she's making so much money.
Yes.
Saving on the Brooklyn. I think it's 200,000.
It's funny you should mention that, because actually when I saw that she started painting her bags, I started painting mine too, just to personalize them. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't see it on your Facebook page though. Better post it. Maybe that could be another hustle.
Yeah.
Like you do on the side, because you know she's making so much money. That's why she doesn't really. She didn't care so much other projects, because people are sending her Birkins and all kind of bags for her to paint on.
Yeah, I do personalize things for other people as gifts sometimes. Like I have an aunt who asked me to paint a bag for her. Some people will ask me if I can do the water bottles, things like that. My mom brought me the one that I use right now. This is my water bottle.
Oh my God, look at that.
This is the one that used to match my laptop. It doesn't anymore, but it's a monarch butterfly wing, monarchs are very special to me. So I decided to paint it because it gives me so much inspiration.
I'm loving your mother. She's really being being a manager, having you things for people to see. Melanie, you are so talented. It's amazing. You're such a young person. And I mean, what else? Okay, you want to saw, you want to draw on the visual side. One more that we would not know that you could share with us to your public.
Mm.
Adele said, really, really talented is.
Thank you. I'd say, oh, this is. I also, right now, I'm in a sort of phase where I really like cooking and baking. So it's, I used to be really bad at it. Like, I'm the sort of person who could probably burn water, but I think it.
Or disconnect. So how many cuts do you have? Oh, here we go.
adhesive sealant so that it doesn't like scratch or chip away. But it's pretty basic.
But I'm telling you, that would be a good hustle on the side. Yeah, because you might be the local version of Heart Evangelista. Because I don't know a lot of people would paint on bags, but you do, so which is so amazing. Yeah, people are. Yo, are we still on? I mean, because I guess we're on. It's just like not showing on our thing, but I think it's showing on. Yeah, there we go. Now we're on. I think they're catching up with us, which is so cool. We could see ourselves because I could see it now. Okay, so again, we apologize for being off air for like I would say less than 5 minutes. Our technical people as well as the owner of PHLV Radio tried to do and do a fast track so we could be live again. And we were talking with a beautiful, multifaceted, talented Melanie Jimenez. Okay, Melanie, we talk about other things, and a lot of people, is she gonna sing again? Yes, she is still singing. Oh my God, can you just hold your horses? She's so prepared for this. It seems like she's doing a half concert already as it is. So Melanie, if I could give you the floor once again, and for your performance, I know you have 4 songs or 5 songs prepared for us tonight. We already did, I think, 3 songs, right? Ikaw,
Yes.
Araw Gabi, and then the Ed Sheeran. So what is this next song, this fantastic song you're gonna do your own version of, and why? So ladies and gentlemen, once again, Melanie Jimenez.
So the nature of me being a special guest on this show is, of course, to promote the upcoming Broadway concert in Escondido. So I have decided to sing a Broadway song that is very near and dear to my heart. It's How Far I'll Go from Moana.
Oh my God, I love that song.
Yes. So here it is. I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish
while you were saying Moana, I was thinking maybe one of these days you could be the voice of one of the Disney princess in development. Because remember, that's what happened to Leia. Because the timbre of your voice can be a young lady. It could be very angelic. It could be soulful. I mean, it depends really, I guess, on the song. And I mean, hearing it on this end, imagine if this was done in an aerial studio. You never know, as they said, once we claim it, once we pray for it, then the things can happen. And I will really can see you that going places and just continue being you, continue doing what you do best, and you're singing, and definitely will help you not to make you a secret anymore.
Thank you.
And then of course, I'm going to be really nice to your mom. Come. Because I think I will be calling her one of these days. I say, I think I have a gig for your daughter. And then it's a +1, meaning you plus your mom. Because I don't think she will allow you to travel by yourself. And we don't want you to see, I don't want to see you crying at the airport counter.
Please, not again.
So everybody's giving you hearts. And then, of course, Rex said, wow, beautiful. And then, oh, this one is such a compliment. Adele said, I'm supposed to go watch my friends, the Rock Stallion live band in Las Vegas, but I decided to watch you and Melanie instead.
Thank you.
That is such a compliment. And then, of course, Lena absolutely said, love that song. Oh, okay. And then, of course, said Rex said, wow, Melanie J, that's so sincere from your heart. Wow. And Rex is really active today on this thing. Rex, I'm so impressed. And I know you are enjoying this show, especially with the very beautiful and talented, multifaceted young lady such as Melanie. Okay, very much welcome. Okay, now, this is almost the end part of our show, because I know a lot of people say, like some of the guests, they said, well, how long is the show? And it's an hour show, but normally we go on, especially this is so interesting, like some of my PM saying, why come you guys are PMing me, not on the chat box? What they're saying is, have her sing more songs. Oh, no. We're going to get her sing. I think you did 4 songs already. We'll do one more before we go later. But this is the last portion of that. And it's already 1 hour and 40 minutes on air. That is so awesome. And a lot of people, like past guests who had never done live interview before, they said, oh my God, I don't think I could do it for an hour. And here we are with around 1 hour and 40 minutes, and people are still watching us and still, wants to hear more about you and all that. So, Melanie, you being so young, okay, of course, there's we talk about your dreams, we talk about your aspirations, we talk about your influences, we talk about what people, okay, who is Melanie when no one's watching?
Oh, I'd say, honestly, I'm a very quiet, and I know it might not seem like it when you're talking to me, but I'm actually a very quiet. I keep to myself usually, but then when I'm around people that I really like, I'm loud and obnoxious, I'd say. I'm probably a brat to people who...
Really?
Yeah, I'd say so. In circles of people that I'm close with, I tend to be either the mom friend or the one who's being obnoxious and loud and annoying.
It seems like it would be difficult for me to understand that. It seems like you're so well put together, and like when you say you're a brat, that would be interesting to see. I need to talk to your mom offline on that one during the show. Like, huh? She said she's gonna be a bratty. That's interesting. Now, this concert, let's talk about it. I don't know if you are still able to show the poster. It's gonna be in next month, April. right? Okay, and then it's a return technically, so it's really part two. Were you part of part one? Because this was ongoing for like the past 2 years. Were you part of the a Broadway Night to Remember, the very first one?
I actually don't recall because I've been in a lot of the producer, Carlos's concerts, and I recall that we had a Broadway and movie concert once, movie soundtrack, but I don't remember if I was part of the first Broadway night Broadway
So
night.
this is a return. So tell us more about the show, what you envision it to be. So it's a Broadway night. So obviously all the songs, all the performers will be performing Broadway musicals, correct?
Yes. There are a few surprise songs that aren't really part of Broadway, but I don't want to spill too much.
Yeah,
You'll have to come to the concert to see them.
Just like what Christine did. Said, I cannot tell you anything. All I can tell you is I'm going to do 4 songs. But I cannot. I said you need to watch the shows for me for you guys to know more about what are the songs that we will be performing. So that's okay as well. Okay, let's talk about that in a minute. Okay, so it's gonna be at the. For tickets. It's the general admission is really $40 for general admission, and there's a VIP tickets, and of course, VIP is VIP. I guess you can have a meet and greet with the artist. You're going to be closest to the stage. And then it's going to be only at $75. And they accept all major credit cards. And you could Zelle them, which is the easiest way of buying tickets now. And for contact, like sponsorship and for more tickets, you could contact the producer. His name is Carlos M. And it's 858-722-0391. Again, it's area code 858-722-0391. Okay? Now, so how many songs? You don't have to tell us the songs, but how many songs are you performing that night?
I believe I am performing 4 solo songs and then a couple duet and group numbers with the other artists that are going to be there.
So, but you're not doing it all at the same time, right? So there'll be you and then another artist who's doing that. Who's directing this show?
Sean, one of the artists. I believe he's going to be a guest
Colado.
on. Yes,
Yeah.
he's going to be a guest on your show later on,
Yeah.
and of course Carlos.
Yeah. So do you know all the other performers with you?
I
Or
know
have you
all
worked
of
with
them
them before?
except Amila.
Yeah.
She's the only one that I have not met yet, but the others I have worked with them before.
Yeah, she's guesting on the 7th, which is a day before your show. That will be very, very, very interesting. And of course, hopefully I could do some footage there, and so at least people not only would see you being interviewed, but would see you live. But I'm not going to show it while you guys are performing because you never know. There might be a part 2 of this particular show. The return again, maybe. A Broadway Night to Remember returns again. Will be part 3. Okay, now on you've done so many things in your life, in your young life. You're a musician, you're a dancer, you're a singer, and I know you're a painter now. It's a specialty talent. And then, of course, among all those things, if somebody would say you could only do one thing, which one among those things I mentioned would you rather do compared to the rest?
Singing.
Really? Singing is your first love?
Yes. It's the thing that I found first. I have a video of me singing when I was probably 2 years old. My mom took a video of me singing Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid.
Oh, The Little Mermaid!
And it's that one video has stuck with me my whole life. And I think it's just, I looked so happy when I was singing that song. And I think that happiness and that joy when I'm using my voice still carries over.
All the endorphins are all there. Now, what makes you happy?
A lot of things make me happy, actually. I'm a very happy person, as you can probably
You look
tell.
like a very happy person. I mean, your eye says it, and the tone, the voice. You could tell. As they said, the eyes are the window of the soul, and you sparkle. That's how I look at you when I look at you.
Thank you.
Yeah, she has a sparkly eye, so she must be very, very happy inside.
But I, aside from all my hobbies that I do, like the arts and the sewing and dancing, I'd say one thing that makes me very happy is I listen to a lot of K-pop, so just that's one of my guilty pleasures. I'm not really so much like that's not really my style of music. So when I listen to it, it's very out of my comfort zone and what I like to sing usually. But I just love listening to international music in general. Actually, I listen to a lot of different languages. So yeah.
So you mentioned K-pop. So were you in line for that SB19? I think. Remember they...
Oh, they came to LA, and
Yes,
my mom and
they
I were
did.
trying to get tickets, but we couldn't get tickets. We wanted to also get the I think it was like super VIP, where you get like a private booth and then a picture with
Yeah.
SB19, but we didn't, and we were
And you
so
know they're
sad.
gonna be gone. They're gonna be gone for 2 years because they were asked to serve. So that would be very interesting. Because I was amazed we covered that too. I mean, it transcends culture. I mean, the whole arena was, and there's line to the yin yang. It's amazing. And I was thinking maybe if you watch K-pop, are you part of that group? I was amazed when I watched.
Yes, actually, one of the songs that I was planning on, I created a list of the songs I was planning on singing today, and one of them was going to be Hanggang sa Huli by SB19, but I scrapped that one because I didn't know it as well as I know the other songs on my list.
So Carlos said she sang with Dr. Minette.
Yes, Dr. Minette was she was with one of our previous Broadway concerts. I don't remember if it was the Broadway Night to Remember, the original one, but I sang a Miss Saigon song with her. It was Movie in My Mind, and that was one of our most
song to do.
But it was very
Have you
memorable.
done it on your own, or it's always with a duet?
That one I've only done it as a duet, but I do some of the other Miss Saigon songs by myself.
So when you do the Music in My Mind, are you singing the Kim version or the Gigi version?
I sing the Gigi part usually.
You do the Gigi.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough. That's tough. Oh my God! Hopefully this is one of the songs. You don't have to tell us, but I'm gonna wait for comes the 8th of April, because if you do that, I'm gonna have a good ear on that one, because I've seen it with so many versions. The original with Isai Alvarez with Leia, and then I've seen the one in London, and then I've seen the one also in Broadway with Eva. So
I remember you telling me. I'm so jealous. Oh.
I know. Well, I'm older too. Okay, before we end, it's almost gonna be 2 hours of your precious time on a Friday night, and I know your mom might be giving like, oh, that's a long interview now. Okay. And then what I'd like to do is do your last song, your last performance, and then we'll come back a little bit for like messages, and then we'll end the show as that. Okay. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you the fabulous now, Melanie Jimenez. Go ahead, Melanie. Pressure, Melanie, pressure.
Okay. The final song I have chosen for today is Angeline Quinto's version of Hanggang.
That's Wency Cornejo. Wency Cornejo wrote it, yeah.
But Angeline Quinto's version, I forgot which teleserie this was on, but she sang it as the OST for a teleserie, and I remember hearing it and watching it with my lolo and lola, and I just fell in love with her version of the song, and I decided that I wanted to sing it.
You're just telling me that, it's giving me goosebumps already. We can't wait to hear your rendition or covers of Wency Cornejo's Hanggang.
All right, so here it is.
Oh my God, Melanie, it's amazing. Again, I'm so impressed not only with your voice, but your diction, your Tagalog, the way you sang in Tagalog, no twang whatsoever. You're like a native singer. It's amazing. It's really a compliment. And then Adele was saying, "Oh my, it's so worth watching you guys than watching my live band friends tonight." Oh, that is such a compliment. And then she said, "You're a girl on fire." Wow, Adele, you should come with me when we watch it on the 8th. So you got to meet her. And then of course Rex said, "Great show, Kuya Josh and Melanie. Nahulog na ako sa silya ko." I fell off. Cloud 9 na. Rex Ricarte here. I am so humbled and thank you for your comment. Much appreciated, Rex. And because Rex seldom watch my show, but today he watched it in full blown, and then he's really, I'm lost of words. So again, let's start. Melanie, what are your social media? I know you're very active on IG. What's your IG
Yes.
again?
At APXTHREE. That's at APX3.
Okay. Oh yeah, I get. Okay, I just saw it. APX TH3 DHREE. Okay, I'll follow you. Yeah, now I'm a follower. And then you're very active, you said, on Instagram, but you do have a Facebook page, which Pam, your mom, manages.
Yes.
And that's Melanie Jimenez.
Melanie J. Jimenez.
Melanie J. Jimenez. And for your YouTube, it's Melanie Jimenez.
Yes.
Or Melanie J. Jimenez. Which one?
No, just Melanie Jimenez.
Melanie Jimenez. So the YouTube is so much fun because, like what you said, it's more of a catalog of her previous performances. But I did see, I was browsing that, I did see the Little Mermaid there. Was it up?
That was actually one of my elementary school performances.
Yeah.
I was, the Little Mermaid that I was talking about was when I was maybe 1 or 2 years old. But this one, I performed as Flounder, Ariel's little sidekick, when I was in 4th grade. That was one of my first major roles.
Yep. Put them on. That's so cool. I would like to see. I know a lot of people would like to see that. Okay, now again, we are asking everybody, if you have the chance still, it's Broadway Night to Remember returns, of course, featuring Melanie Jimenez, Emila, Christine O'Malley, and of course Sean Collado. And this is all happening April 8th at Melanie. Where it's gonna be?
Grand Ritz Theater in Escondido.
Escondido. And then you could contact, of course, the producer. That's Carlos M. And it's 858, area code 858-722-0391. Okay, and I know you guys, if you enjoyed Melanie today, you will enjoy the other artists as well. But of course, we can't wait to see Melanie belting out all those wonderful Broadway musical songs and in full attire, I guess. I mean, of course, everything is left to our imagination, and I know that's going to be one of the best Broadway night musical show that we all will going to be witnessing. That's why it's a return. Now, Melanie, last message to your fans, supporters, family, and friends, and also to our viewers who will be watching the team replay later today.
Yes, thank you everyone for watching. It's been a pleasure. Thank you everyone who said nice things about my voice and all the other things that I like to do. If you are in the San Diego, Southern California area on the Easter Holy Weekend, then I do recommend coming to our show. You're not going to regret it. There's a lot of wonderful talents who are going to be performing. And we would all really appreciate seeing you there. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, amazing too. As we speak, the show was already shared and it's counting 163 times already. And we're not even talking about the views. I'll give you the statistics later, but that's impressive. 163, meaning 163 people shared the show. And to think we even went a little bit off the air because there's something wrong with the technology. Well, not technology, but the connection. And then, of course, the owner, Yo, said, no problem now. We are on generator and they're using Tesla. And I'm sure it's going to be continued. So when I send you the tape, you wouldn't even see the glitch. Because that's how wonderful the back office headed by Yo, and of course, our technical team will put it together and I'll send you a copy of it. But again, okay, let's see if there's any other comment. Okay, Adele said, "You're very much welcome, Melanie. I truly, amazingly enjoyed it." Then she said, "Sana meron din sa Los Angeles." I guess she's talking about the show. Then she said, Adele said, "You are like my daughter, born and raised in the U.S., but she can sing some ages songs as well. Her dad is related to them, and Ray goes to their house and jam with my daughter and son." Wow. Now, but I'd like to really sincerely thank you for spending an hour and 58 minutes with me in our show of Alam Mo Ba with Jush Andowitt. It didn't seem like that long, right?
It did not.
It was amazing. All your performances was top notch. And again, we can't wait. And I'm glad that we are meeting each other, although through the net, but I'll know for sure I'll see you in person. But you are such a gifted person, a beautiful at heart. And I think kudos to Pam and to Joey and to your brother for keeping such a fine young lady. I still gonna research on that, on how you mentioned that you are a brat. I need to talk to Pam about that. So, and of course, in the future, if you have anything to promote, guest, or anything going on with you, just buzz Kuya Josh, and I'll be more than glad to feature you on the part 2. There's other things we could talk more about, and of course, as we go on with your performances, with your exposure, with the concerts, and it shows that you'll be doing, I'll be not even having an iota of surprise on me that you're going to be big. And whatever help PHLV can do, PHLV Radio and myself can do, just don't be a stranger. I can't wait to see you on the 8th. Yeah, on the 8th. Yeah. That's the Easter Sunday weekend. So I can't wait to see you then and see your performance and to applaud you and maybe do a standing ovation.
Thank you.
So again, maraming salamat to you, to your mom, to your dad, and of course to your brother MJ for I took 2 hours of your time on a Friday night, and again your amazing, fabulous, one of a kind performances. Maraming salamat. Before I end the show, I have another show tomorrow, which is Dear Kuya Josh. So everybody who are watching this, feel free to watch my show tomorrow. If you are in the U.S., it's going to be at 10 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And if you happen to be in Manila, like myself, for this week, it's going to be at 1 p.m. on a Sunday. And always remember, be kind. It's so difficult, especially right now with all the people and things and issues and events happening around the world, not only personally, but globally. Be kind. You can never go wrong with kindness. And as I always say, although it's sometimes difficult, but any act of kindness that you do to people, it is guaranteed it will come back to you in so many ways, in different times, and in different forms. So with that, maraming salamat po. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. If you are in the States, enjoy your weekend. Saturday, Sunday, be safe. And if you are in the other parts of the world, happy viewing to everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And I wish you all the best. I wish you a wonderful week next week. And keep safe. God bless us all. Melanie, I am lost of a word to say how I am a fan.
Oh, thank you.
I am a fan. I follow you. I already follow you on all your social media platforms, and I just followed you also on your Instagram. Because I will watch you. I know you will be bigger than what we anticipate that you could ever imagine.
Oh,
So
thank
keep
you.
praying, keep hoping, keep doing what you do right. And then I will see you on the 8th of April. So thanks, Pam. Thanks, Joey. Thanks, MK. And especially thanks, Melanie. You have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the rest of the weekend with your family. God bless you, your family, and God bless us all. Good night, everybody. Bye, Melanie. Bye, everybody. I'll see you next week for another show. Alam mo ba, with Josh